Deep in the forest, where the animals and plants reside, lies a woman encased in darkness. Her face is hidden under her long cape. Her movements are enshrouded by the night. Her appellation you need not know, but to the people of this town, and to you, she is a witch. On a certain summer day, the occupants of this small town in Massachusetts were gathered around the oaken, ironclad door of the prison house, prepared to see who was enlisted to suffer the fate of God, or so they called it.
I'll bet that old hag Hibbins is the one up with the gallows.
The blacksmith's wife said she lured her son into the hands of the black man.
When she is up for the gallows, it will be a great day for this colony. Hist, hist, they know not that my day has not come to face the gallows. Instead, another will face ignominy. The so-called pure-hearted Hester Prynne. She and the Reverend Dimsdale have committed a sin beyond this town's comprehension. Now, let's see the miscreant reveal herself.
Just as the mistress spoke, the beauty, Hester Prynne, and her child removed themselves from the prison, the first with the scarlet A on her bosom.
This hath not been an act of sin, but rather of passion. I wonder if the minister shall reveal himself at once, or feign innocence. Now, this bush seems as if it's smiling at me. Do you know something I do not?
The mistress stood here for a while longer, for you see, when looking at that bush, she felt something unlike anything she had before.
We'll carry on then. I will not encounter the dishonor that besmirches the husband of a faithless woman. I will keep thy secret as I have his. Swear it. I swear. Interesting. Very interesting.
From when we left, Hester Prynne has moved to the far side of the colony, by the forest in which the mistress spends much of her residency.
Come now, Pearl. Let us go see the governor.
I wonder what her business is with my brother. Let us see. My poor woman, the child shall be well cared for, far better than thou canst do it. Will her fellow sinner not aid her torment? I will not give her up. Speak thou for me. There is truth in what she says.
Here the governor and the minister agree to let Hester keep the young child.
Hist, hist, while thou go with us tonight, there will be a merry company in the forest, and I well nigh promised the black man that comely Hester Prynne should make one. Make my excuse to him, so please you. Had they taken her away from me, I would willingly have gone with thee into the forest and signed my name in the black man's book too, and that with mine own blood. We shall have thee there anon. That poor child, lost in innocence, blinded by her ignominious mother. What shall we do then? We can't leave this alone. Wilt thou not answer me? Yes, that will work splendidly. Now listen, my good brother is away at the bedside of that Winthrop fellow. Let us find more about the secret of Hester's ignominy. Look what we have here. Fascinating. Mayhap this immigrant's timing was too perfect for Hester Prynne. Do you remember when he arrived? The intensity of his glare was as sharp as a dagger. It is done. The whole town will awake and hurry forth and find me here.
A few moments pass before the old mistress resumes her gaze.
Will thou stand here with mother and me tomorrow noontide? I hope the child becomes aware, else we must help her to do so. At the great judgment day, then and there, before the judgment seat, thy mother and thou and I must stand together, but the daylight of this world shall not see our meeting. He speaks, yet the child knows nothing.
Just then, a meteor crossed the sky, forming an A marked out in lines of dull red light.
Look at the poor minister cower in front of the leech. Perhaps that was a symbol to me.
Did you see the message A in the sky? Right as our dear governor passed away, our Heavenly Father emitted that symbol as a sign of his passing to heaven.
Well, methinks the old mistress indoctrinated one of our folk into a practice with the black man, and that symbol is for acceptance into his fray.
Just the thought of having her live near our children upbrings more fear. These fools are so ignorant to the truth.
Here we see Mistress Hibbins and the elf-like Pearl in the forest near the small cottage in which Pearl and her mother reside.
Are you the ugly templed lady, old Mistress Hibbins?
Yes, that is me, old Mistress Hibbins. And why do you ask of me, young one?
Tell me, lady, what knoweth you about the letter on my mother's bosom?
Your mother has still kept you from the truth of her mark? Very well. The scarlet letter is the black man's mark on thy mother, which glows like a red flame for when she meets him at midnight in these very woods.
The black man? Tell me more, mistress. Tell me.
Enough of that. Has thy mother not told you of thy father?
No, she hath not. Tell me, mistress, please, if you know.
Best not for you to mingle in their affairs. Run along now.
It must be the minister. I've seen him with my mother many times.
Run along now, run along.
Here we see the Reverend Dimsdale and Hester together in the Black Forest. The mistress watches the two as they talk of their shared sin.
Thou must forgive thyself and escape to England with me.
The two decide the fate with no thought of the little Pearl.
He thinks he can escape with his sin still looming within him. What could he be planning?
From here, Reverend Dimsdale faces a number of challenges against his character. The mistress stalks his movements, taking note of his dilemmas.
The Reverend has fallen from his high stature. His true nature is being revealed slowly.
As the Reverend reached his edifice, Mistress Hibbins, dressed in a grand appearance, walked to the man, looked shrewdly into his face, and smiled craftily.
So, you have made a visit to the forest. The next time I pray you will allow me only a fair warning, and I shall be proud to bear you company.
I went not to the forest to seek any evil you condone. I want to seek a friend, nothing more.
I see your delirious behavior. I will warn you. Don't act as if it's nothing. We shall meet again the next night you enter the forest. Carry on.
This day entails the grand procession of the colony. Many are gathered in the town square, prepared for the speech of the great Reverend Dimsdale.
Look, you see as he ignores her, despite being her fellow sinner. He grows further thus from the truth. Let us go anon. Hast thou seen yonder divine man, that saint on earth as the people uphold him to be? Can you tell if he really is the same man you met in the forest all those days ago?
I know not what you speak of. Thou mustn't speak down to the Reverend Minister.
Fie, woman, fie. I have seen thee in the forest many times, and I am aware of who else resides there. We know of the bond connecting thee and the black man. You wouldn't happen to know what the minister hides when he holds his hand over his chest so desperately, would you?
Thou talks as if thou knows. So tell me, good mistress. Oh, tell me, please.
Thou will see in time. Wilt thou ride with me some fine night to see your father? Then you shall see what he hides.
And with that, this story ends. The townspeople would visit the scaffolds again. It might be that a witch, like the old Mistress Hibbins, the bitter-tempered widow of the magistrate, was to die upon the gallows. However, the mistress did not die on the gallows that day. Many theories arose as to what occurred on that fateful day. Could it be that the black man himself saved her as an act of solidarity to his worshipper? Or could it be that she was saved by another kind soul? Now the reader may choose among these theories. We have shown all the light we could on this portent. Now we must erase it and let it rest at what it is.
Or what it is not.